Falling in love can be a beautiful world experience. According to Helen Fisher of Natural University, she proposed 3 stages of romantic love. These are lust, love, and attachment. Last phase. This is described as an intense craving for sexual contact. Also, this stage is marked by physical attraction. You want to seduce and be seduced by your object of affection. Lust is driven by testosterone in men and estrogen in women. The second stage in the romantic love is called attraction. At this stage, you begin to crave for your partner's presence. You feel excitement and energetic as you fantasize about the things you could do together as a couple. At this stage, there are 3 chemicals that trigger these feelings. These are norepinephrine, the second is dopamine, and the last one is serotonin. Norepinephrine is responsible for the extra surge of energy and triggers increased heart rate, loss of appetite, as well as the desired sleep. Dopamine is associated with the motivation and goal-directed behavior. It makes you pursue your object of affection. Serotonin is the key hormone that stabilizes our moods, feelings of well-being, and happiness. The last is called attachment. It is a long-term bind between partners. It involves the desire to have lasting commitment with your significant other. At this point, you may want to get married and have a children. Then, at this point, there are 2 primary hormones called oxytocin and vasopressin. Love can also include concern for others' well-being and desire for physical presence. According to a study in 1979, 95% of women and 91% of male respondents did not agree that the best thing about the love is sex.
Love is a simple word but have lots of definition. So I will tackle about some style of it sorted by genre. First, the eros, the love at first sight that gives temporary excitement. Second, the agape, the pure but one-sided love. Third, the love that is developed by a long journey of friendship or by a strong bond, which is the storge. Fourth, the logos, the cheater and player type of love. The fifth, mania, the immature and possessive love. The last is phragma, the love who plans to have a better future for their family.
In 1985, Robert Sternberg presented a theory that has piqued the interest of various people. A theory concretizing something that baffles the mind and ranges the heart of man. Love, equally triangular theory of love, as it best explained in the form of triangle, but is more commonly known as Sternberg's theory of love. In the context of interpersonal relationship, there are 3 components of love: intimacy, passion, and commitment. According to the theory, intimacy refers to the desire to give or receive feeling of closeness, bondedness, and connectedness. Passion, on the other hand, is the fiery depth and tenseness experienced when you like someone, encompassing the drive connected to both romantic and sexual attraction. The third component, commitment, ties the other 2 together as it encompasses short-term and long-term decision to remain with one another and plan for the future.
Several types of love. Friendship. This is a sort of love that exists when there is an element of intimacy or like, but no sentiments of passion or commitment in a romantic sense. An example for this is when you have someone with whom you like to do things. Infatuation is characterized by feelings of love and physical passion without liking and commitment. Having childhood crush is one of the examples for this love style. Anti-love is characterized by commitment without passion or closeness. Example for this is when closeness and passion have faded in an open relationship. Romantic love is bonds people emotionally through intimacy and physical passion. Couples in this type of relationship enjoy sexual passion and affection. companionate love is more powerful than friendship since it involves no sexual desire. If you have a very, very old friend who you consider like a family is an example for this lifestyle. Status love is a word when courtship typifies in which the side drives a commitment without stabilizing influence of closeness. Example for this lifestyle is love at first sight. Consummate love, it symbolizes ideal connection. Couples who have this kind of love have a lot of sex even after a long time together, and they consider themselves to be closest friends as well as lovers, and they intend to stay together.
Next topic, we have the chemistry of love. So this topic covers how our brain activities are engaged with our emotions. There are 5 chemical substances. The first one, we have the dopamine and norepinephrine. So these 2 chemicals stimulate the production of our adrenaline, which makes our heart race and the palms sweaty. The second one is the serotonin. This chemical is also known as the mood stabilizer. It is a type of chemical that helps relay the signal from one area of the brain to another area. For the next topic, we have phenylethylamine. This is a natural stimulant known as the molecule of love. This is often associated with butterflies we feel when we are naturally around our crush or our loved ones. So our first attraction leads our brain to release high level of phenylethylamine. This has been called the love drug. For the fourth one, we have the oxytocin and vasopressin. So neuropeptides released from the pituitary gland, these are the 2 chemicals. So the oxytocin causes the ovaries or the uterus to contract during the childbirth and allows the release of breast milk. So it is important to trust, empathy, emotional accessibility, pair bonding, and close relationship. It also promotes positive judgment. But vasopressin is also important in a pair bonding and social behavior such as memory formation as well as good in our blood pressure. So the last one, the endorphin. So endorphin is your body's natural pain reliever, which your body produces in response to stress or in discomfort. So endorphin levels also lead to increase when you engage in reward-producing activities or when you are having a good relationship as well as eating, working, and even having sex.
According to the psychology of love, there are different theories that will explain why people fall in love, and one of those theories is the behavioral reinforcement theory. Behavioral reinforcement theory is a form of operant conditioning and focuses on the environmental factors that contribute to shaping behavior. So, reinforcement theory claims that stimuli are used to shape behaviors. For example, that person are constantly complimenting you towards your outfit, and from that experience, a positive reinforcement cure. The better the feelings associated with the behavior of a person, the more likely it is for the behavior to be repeated. The next theory is the physiological arousal theory. Physiological arousal theory is when an emotion is felt, a physiological arousal occurs and the person uses the immediate environment to search for emotional cues to label this physiological arousal. For example, you are walking alone in dark alley and you feel like there is someone following you. Your heart pounds faster than usual. You walk fast and your hands are trembling. And that feeling is what we call physiological arousal. In that feelings, your mind started to think of an emotion to associate with that arousal. So in that situation, the emotion is fear. In another situation, you happen to see your crush walking by, and by that experience, your brain have a different interpretation, and a feeling that is associated with that situation is love. So the next theory is the evolutionary theory. This explains that love arose due to some sociobiological needs. Males tend to look for young, healthy female mates to carry their offspring. Females prefer males who have resources to support them and their offsprings. Based on social psychological data, the factors that would determine with whom people fall in love are: first is physical attractiveness. The second one is the reciprocity. Number 3, the proximity. And number 4 is similarities.